That is a long way down. G'day guys, Morezy here, and I'm on the 41st floor of my newest slime block elevator version. This version is the most advanced one so far. It's got a whole bunch of new features and a lot of optimization, so it's not as laggy and not as resource intensive. This is a monster. It's humongous, 41 floors. The build height is 255. We're just a couple of blocks away from that. And I'm going to show you how it works. So you might notice first off, I've done away with a lot of buttons. There are actually no buttons to control the thing. These buttons here just activate the doors if you need to, and the same with this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the first floor, which is all the way at the bottom there. So what we have to do here is get an item, put it in the chest. When the chest closes, it will automatically go away and start searching for the floor that we want, which was floor number 1. You can see here at the moment we have a redstone lamp indicating this is the current floor, and in one moment when the signal travels down to floor number 1, it will return up and let us know it's ready to go by closing these doors automatically. Now the doors are closed, we know that we can leave, so if we hit this note block over here, it will activate the elevator. And down we go. Now this is at real time, there is no editing tricks here. As you can see, it's real time, and we're going down nice and fast, all the way down to floor number 1. As we pass each floor here, you can hear a little note block play a tune just so that we know we're passing the floors, and it's all moving along pretty fast. Now there's not too much lag being created here. That's due to a few optimizations with the wiring and a few neat ideas which I'll show you shortly. But you can see as we pull up to the first floor here, the doors will be open, ready to walk out. There we are. The elevator stopped and out we come onto the first floor. You can see that indicator light is active. The doors here are open because the elevator is here, so there's no risk of falling down the shaft. If you happen to be on the second floor, you can't get in unless you really want to, but the doors won't open unless the elevator is right here. So if we want to do that, let's hit floor number 2. The doors open and we can bring the elevator up. So if we go this one, elevator is here, and we can continue on and do whatever we need to do. Okay, so here we are in front of the 14 floor version. It's pretty much the same wiring, and it's only 14 floors high, a bit more practical. This generates roughly the same amount of lag as that one does, so that's pretty awesome. And if we go here, we can actually give it another test. So let's get a couple items here. Let's get 4 items. So if we're on floor number 1, we want to go 4 items in the chest. Doors close, and up we go. Floor number 4. So that's a pretty cool way to do it. Now let's take a closer look at some of the improvements and how they work. Alright, so let's take a quick look at some of the differences between this, my previous version, and my new version over there. So this is the original slime block multi-floor elevator that I posted just a short time ago. This one is 12 blocks wide by 12 blocks wide, so it's quite big. And I knew there was some room to squeeze out of it, so that's why I have held off doing a tutorial. This new version is actually only 10 blocks by 10 blocks, so it's quite a big reduction, and yeah, it means that it can fit in a much nicer little space. Now, one really important change that I've made here is this adjustable timing on the back. Now, one big problem with the previous version is that when you got up quite high, it did generate quite a bit of lag. The reason being, when you go up high, these piston engines will actually fire all the way up to the very top of the elevator. Now, if your elevator is quite tall, you're going to have a set of, actually going to have 4 pistons per floor, plus redstone going off all at the same time. Now, to make that a bit more smooth, I actually had some inspiration from the latest Minecraft snapshot, where they changed the way that chunks are rendered, and it can make it a lot more efficient for your computer. So what I did here is actually set up a small timing array here, and what happens is the signal gets sent up through this timing section, and that means that only the pistons that are nearby the elevator are running. Anything above or below it will turn off automatically when the elevator passes. So that means that this whole elevator uses about the same signal length as maybe an elevator approximately this high, so that big, which means that the lag is greatly decreased, and as you can see, that's why I can actually use it without any kind of video editing tricks to speed it up and slow it down. So that is a really cool feature that made this this 41 floor version viable, and hopefully at some point I will have a reason to use it, but still, it's very cool. Another cool feature here is the fact that none of this elevator needs buttons to work. The buttons that are here are just for getting in and out of the doors if you need to. That's all they do. Otherwise, the whole system just runs automatically and using special buttons, which I'll show you in a moment. So the floor selection is automatic. When you open up this chest and put your items in, this will automatically send the signal away. And also on the inside, if you go in, there's no buttons here, just these note blocks. The note blocks are used as an interface, and again, no buttons because it's a tile entity update detector. Now, this tile entity update detector is something I've done a video on just recently. It's a one-wide design that I made, and it fits really well into this system. And there's one of those, there's 2 of those on every floor, and it's just something really cool to not have a button to press, and it's a little bit fancy. So that's another cool feature. Other cool features are indicator lights, and the fact that depending on which floor you're on, the doors will open automatically and close automatically. So again, just a bit of intelligence built in. There's also some note blocks to let you know which floor has been selected, and the lights can show you that as well. Couple more things. We're using my standard multi-floor selection system, which you can actually see about in some of my other videos, and the rest of it is all pretty simple. So hopefully this elevator gets you a bit excited about possibilities here. I know that I'm certainly really happy that I've come up with a rock solid design here. Some of these floors maybe aren't necessary, but it's certainly doable. Now, this does actually work in survival. There is a small chance you'll get some form of damage on the way up and down if you're making it this big, but I doubt you'll have any issues if you're prepared to make it this big. I don't think you'd be shy of any kind of feather falling gear or anything like that. It won't kill you, but it may damage you slightly if you go all the way to the top or the bottom. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this demonstration. There will be a tutorial for this now that I'm happy with the design. I didn't want to do a tutorial on that version until I compacted it more. So this being a lot more compact, I think it's somewhere in the realms of a 30% reduction in size, which is quite big. So now that it's a nice manageable size, I can make a tutorial and you guys can build one for yourselves. Hopefully it won't take too long for me to do that, and I'll put it up as soon as I can. If you really enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a comment and a like, and share it around to anyone you might know who would enjoy it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video, and thanks again for watching.